Hello everyone, welcome to True Zero Emissions. Okay, we got the zero flat tire technology air tire filled up. This is an air-filled tire that has a very thick material in here that does not dry. It doesn't dry completely, it's very sticky. You see this? That's inside the tire. So I won't be using the liquids anymore to seal the tire. I will be using, an example of a liquid is like slime. That's a liquid. And I know some people like that a lot, but it's kind of messy. I like this. This is I'm going to call it the new technology. And the car tire shop was telling me that some car tires are using this as well. I imagine that it would have to be a lot thicker than this because the weight is so much greater. So this is for these scooters. This is a Dualtron Thunder 1, first generation. And when I first began riding scooters, I would get a flat tire every week. I was averaging one flat tire a week. And when the 9-Bot Max, I think is the model, that had a tire that had this kind of material in it. And I noticed that people that had those scooters were not getting flat tires, or very rarely. I mean, you had to have a really big hole, like the size of your thumb, for it to not seal properly. But if you just get little stickers, that's why I said 99.9% less flat tires, because most people are getting little stickers in the tire, and it just takes one to make a leak, right? This would seal all those leaks. Okay, this gel, this really thick gel. And I like it because it stays there. It's not a liquid that's interacting with my rim and just making a mess. So this is the tire I will be running from now on, and I just want to invite you to request this tire when you buy your scooter. And friends, including new friends, have been saying they wish they knew about this, because when you buy your first scooter, you don't necessarily know how easy it is to get a flat tire, and you don't know if your tires have this what's often called self-sealing, self-healing tire goo. Cameron and I call it a goo. You can call it whatever you want. But I like that a lot. Now we're going to look at the old tire that came with the Dualtron Thunder 1, and that is this tire. See how there's nothing in there? There's no gel. Look, it's just the tire, right? So if a little sticker gets in there, it's going to make a leak, and it's just going to leak. And you can see this has had a couple plugs in it. So you see this tire plug here? And the green stuff and there's another plug. This had slime in it. It was very messy and it was corroding the rim. So I cleaned the rim and I sanded the rim, and it was really hard to get the slime out of there. It was really messy. I like how this is just not messy. It's just where it needs to be. It's right on the tire. Okay, so you still use the similar tire pressure or same tire pressure. I think it's the same exact tire, and it just has this, what we'll call goo in there. But it's not, moving around. It just stays there. And the tire shop was telling me that the automobiles tires are using this sometimes now, and you just pay extra for it. And from what he was telling me, the gentleman was telling me at the tire shop for cars, it sounded like it was the same consistency as for the scooters. And my thought is that it would probably have to be thicker than this, because the car is so much heavier. So for the car tires, I don't know how well it works for those, but I know for the scooters, and the 9-Bot Max, I think is the model of scooter that came with this originally, with this sticky material. That was an absolutely great use of that material, and it proved that you can have less flat tires by having this in there. So I'm inviting you to request less flat tires, and I'm talking about 99.9% less flat tires. That's an estimation, but why not? I mean, why not, right? Why not have less flat tires? It's a lot of work to change the tire. A bicycle shop was just telling me they would charge $150 to put this tire on here, right? So imagine getting a little hole in there and having to change that more often. So really it's a way to save money. This tire was only approximately $49 at Voro Motors in Panorama City, California. Highly recommend them. They have a showroom there. You can see what they have. They're really great customer service. And I'm talking about the future of transportation here. This is a big part of it, micro mobility. It's not just scooters. It's bicycles, skateboards, everything that's not a car, that's small, micro mobility. So we also need to ask for more lanes and more protection from the automobiles. So these are things that we need to talk about, if we call it politics, right? Which is where the public asks for what they need. And when enough people ask for something, then we can start getting things that we need, right? So enough people asking for this is why we have this now. Enough people are saying, I want less flat tires. And now this technology is here. So I want to thank all of you that have demanded and insist that we have this. And I want to thank the manufacturers for responding to the demand with supply, right? Demand creates supply, right? It's when you serve the public's need. So anyway, thank you very much. And don't forget, make sure you get your less flat tires, 99.9% less flat tires with the self-sealing, self-healing tires technology. And this is the old tech. Nothing there, right? Nothing in there to seal it. Nothing. Right? There's a powder there. That's it. That doesn't seal anything. This seals. See this? Very sticky, and it's very thick. It's probably a ½ inch thick. See that? Very thick, very sticky. Look at this. You see that? So there it is. That's the tires I'll be running from now on. And I think there's a way to integrate. Now, if you look at the Dualtron Compact, that has a solid rubber tire, which doesn't have any air in it. And that's one of my favorite scooters. So the Dualtron Thunder is a favorite. The Dualtron Storm is a favorite. And I bought a lot of these tires, enough to put the self-sealing tires on both scooters. And that's what I'll be running on all the scooters now, or solid tires. For example, on the Dualtron Compact, which is a scooter that I look forward to having again someday. Okay, everyone, well, have a great day. And don't forget to ask your local scooter sellers and manufacturers to implement, to use the self-sealing, self-healing material on all the scooters that interest you the most, okay? Because no one wants a flat tire. Like I've said before, I've walked approximately 50 miles over the course of 10 years from flat tires alone. Not from dead batteries, but from flat tires. Because the battery, we can gauge how far, we kind of know how far we can go, right? But you never know when you're going to get a flat. And by the way, you can still use these patch kit that, well, I don't know what you call them, a plug, I guess. I guess we call it a plug. You can still use the plug if needed. If the hole is too big, if it was too big for that to seal, because if the hole's too big, this material will just come right out of the hole if it's too big. But you can still use a plug. So you still want to carry your plug, and you still want to carry your tank of air that can fill up the tubeless tire. This is the tubeless tire that can fill it up quickly. That's very important, because you have to be able to put the air in very fast so that this here will seal against the rim quickly. Okay? All right, have a great day. Bye, everyone.